Hey folks, so I don't know what happened with the last video. Something messed up with the microphone, so I'm just going to use the camera's built-in mic right now, and I'll test it after I'm done, because I can't really hear much when I play back on the camera itself, so I'll try to record something and then see how it works when I get to my computer. It's possible I just didn't have the microphone plugged in all the way, I don't know. Something messed up anyways. Don't know what it was. So, I mentioned that we had that snowstorm, that major snowstorm that completely missed us. I'm actually glad it did. Some places got like 1.5 feet of snow from it. So we missed out on that one, thankfully. But then last night, you know, the snow squalls started coming in. Always happens after a storm passes, that's when we get the squalls. So shortly after 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon we got the snow squall warning. But thankfully we only got like a couple inches of soft fluffy snow, so we never even got hit much by that. The squalls are still happening, but they're all south of us. So, and this morning the snow squall watch ended and it was replaced with a weather advisory, but I never looked at it. I was going to look at it before I come out, so I don't know what the advisory was. But then I got rain in the next 24 hours. Huh? And then snow in the next 24 hours. So which is it? So it's -9 right now. I tend to believe the snow one, not the rain. Yeah. Schools close again as Ontario digs out from 30+ centimeters. Next snow follows closely. So we got more snow coming anyways. So I don't know if it's going to hit us or not. But just before I came out, yeah, weather advisory ended, snow squall watch ended. I didn't even know we had a watch. So everything's ended for now, so we got no warnings, no watches, no advisories, no weather alerts whatsoever. So it's nice and sunny today. It doesn't look like there's any wind at all. So it should be somewhat of a pleasant day, I guess, to be out. So I just get to a little bit of shopping. I don't need a whole lot. I gotta check the mail, and I actually made myself half a coffee because I'm heading up that direction first, and if somebody's out, then I'll be stopping and talking to them, and I'll have some coffee with me at the time. So that's why I only made half a coffee. And then I'm going to stop at Buggy Mart and Timmy's, and that's about it. So one thing I want to talk about. This is just so unbelievable. The other night, well, by the time you see this, it'll be a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what time of day it was. I know it was nighttime. But it was during our cold period. And when it gets really super cold, the house shrinks. And we get banging and thumping, it's normal. Well, we got that night a couple times. And after the second one, Zach comes into my room, he says, "What was that?" So I just, you know, I say, "Oh, I guess just the house shrinking, right?" And he goes outside and looks around. And that was that. Well, yeah, I'm sure you've heard about the Tonga, volcano. I watched a video yesterday, or a couple days ago. And apparently it was heard that eruption was so dramatic, so explosive, it was heard audibly from human ears as far away as Alaska.
We turn now to that rare tsunami advisory for the entire North American West Coast from Alaska to California.
And from this tiny speck in the Pacific Ocean, shockwaves across the globe.
The blasts were heard as far away as New Zealand and Fiji.
At sea level, the eruption resembled a mushroom cloud, a mass of steam, ash and rock surging out of the ocean 20 kilometres into the air.
just 70 kilometres from the Tongan capital. It's been erupting for weeks, but on Friday violent activity increased, including a record-breaking amount of lightning.
A boom could be heard 500 miles away,
with air pressure changes recorded as far afield as Canada and even Scotland.
And the entire region there has now gone quiet, with communication knocked out. It's triggered tsunami warnings. This confronting video shows the impact of those swells.
Lavinia Taumoi Piaulatu was on the phone to her husband in Tonga when the line went dead.
The shockwaves from the eruption were felt across the Pacific, with tsunami warnings from American Samoa.
But this type of event in this region is a massive surprise.
Seismologist Dr. Lucy Jones telling us this is the largest tsunami from a volcano she has seen in her decades-long career.
The tsunami affected millions. The South Pacific Islands, New Zealand, Japan, racing past Hawaii to pound Canada, the US West Coast.
Oh my God!
And pushing thousands of kilometres south to Chile.
More ominous than ever.
What just happened?
Water coming into land. It's never happened before.
Monster tidal surges in Fiji, a domino effect from the undersea eruption more than 800 kilometres away. Close enough to hear the danger coming.
Like boom and boom, and the people are assuming that it's like a warship going on.
Australians holidaying in Suva also feeling the threat.
We just kept on hearing just massive boom noises in the clouds.
When yesterday's volcano erupted near the island nation, turning the sky black, the reports from family and friends were terrifying.
When you see the video from Tonga of the actual eruption, it is like world-ending, terrifying stuff.
On Tonga, it sounded as bad as it looked.
Holy sh**.
Deafening, and for those by the water, it could only mean one thing: run. This is why. A tsunami generated by an underwater volcanic shockwave.
The images posted on Facebook show people being driven from their homes. But then, after a few hours, everything went blank.
So far, there have been no reports of deaths or injuries in Tonga, but this was 7 times more powerful than the eruption on December 20 last year.
It has been active for years, but an explosion of this scale only happens here once every 1,000 years.
In Peru, tsunami waves crashed through a market, washing away stalls and goods, sending panicked shoppers running in fear of what might come next. Tsunami sirens were heard in Ecuador. With good reason, fishing boats at sea riding rolling tsunami waves. In Chile too, sirens blared as swimmers left the beach because of a strong surge of impact stretched to New Zealand, Ecuador, Peru and Chile. The Bureau of Meteorology says those shockwaves travelled at more than 1,000 kilometres an hour, reaching almost 7,000 kilometres to Perth, with the sonic boom heard in Alaska, almost 10,000 kilometres away.
Well, I got looking at the map, just out of curiosity, I got looking at the map. From where it is, we are actually closer to it than Alaska is. So that's what we heard. We actually heard this volcano exploding. My brain can't process that. I cannot comprehend hearing something that's like 10,000 kilometers away. I'm just... And it's not just us. Like, Zack and I both heard it. Everybody I talked to. It wasn't just our house banging like I figured it was. Everybody in this area that I've talked to also heard it, as well as Cody in Hanover. He heard it too. I can't comprehend that. So I can imagine these poor people in Tonga, what it was like for them. I'm just... What amazes me even more is the entire Pacific coast got a tsunami from it. No, I just can't. I can't process that. I cannot process that. it's amazing. I'm just blown away by that. So anyway, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Yesterday kind of messed me up because the audio messing up on me. I don't even remember where it started. So I wanted to talk about the possible scam email, and the microphone just kind of stopped working, you know, at that point. But I don't remember talking about the weather, because I know I wanted to bring up the fact that we possibly had some big snow coming, but thankfully it all missed us. So, anyway, that's all I got. Let me go out and enjoy the sunshine, what little I'll absorb anyways. Alright, so here's my test. I shall find out if it's working or not. I took my microphone in the house to charge it, and when I brought it out I might have put the cord in a different spot. It's right by the power supply for my lights, which is not on at the moment, so if that was the issue then I won't see that right now. But if I turn it on, now we'll see what happens. If that was interfering, then maybe the cord was just too close to it. I don't know. But I don't need it right now, so I'm just going to turn it off. No, it's way over there, okay. So, who knows? It could be just about anything. It could be the microphone itself that's no good anymore. It just failed, I don't know. But I will test this out, and when I get to my computer I'll see how it worked. So it's a nice day. It's just pretty chilly. Like I say, it's -9, so a little bit chilly on the face with the wind chill from driving. But other than that, it's a pretty nice day. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching.